Hello and welcome to Beneath the Surface with Cheryl and Marc. My name is Cheryl Kreider-Carey and I'm Executive Director at SIIM. Now meet Marc.
My name is Marc Coley. I'm the current chair of the board of directors at SIIM, and I'm also the associate chair for clinical informatics at UCSF in San Francisco.
So Marc, tell us why we're here today.
So it's big shoes to fill with Jim Whitfill and updates from SIIM with Cheryl and Jim. We couldn't really come up with as good of a title, but what we wanted to do was basically uncover a lot of the really great work that's happening in SIIM and try to get down closer to some of the details. And so throughout this series, we're going to be highlighting the activities of a bunch of the different committees that SIIM is working on. And so with the annual meeting going virtual this year, yes. One of the things that we're excited about are some of the ways that we're trying to recreate the hallway atmosphere of SIIM. And the membership committee is doing some innovative things in this area. So
why don't we meet the co-chairs of our membership committee?
Awesome.
So I guess I'll start. My name is Stefan Halaby. I'm a pediatric radiologist at Stanford Children's Health and also the medical director of informatics for that department. And I've been part of SIIM since 2004, and I'm currently on the board as the secretary and also the co-chair of the membership committee.
Hi, I'm Amina Elahi. I am a senior technical analyst at Penn Medicine with the Clinical Imaging Group, and I am also the operations director of Rad International. I've been a part of SIIM since 2013 when I first joined informatics. I'm also co-chair of the membership committee and very excited to be chair of the member meetups, new member meetup series.
Excellent. So tell us about the membership committee.
So I can give a little bit of background. This started a few years ago with Cheryl coming in as the lead for SIIM and has been leading and making sure that we look at every aspect of the organization, and membership is obviously key to everything that we do, where it includes the imaging informatic professionals, to the physicians, to the scientists, PhDs, to industry partners. And we really, the main point of this membership committee was to make sure that we engage with the membership, to make sure that their needs are met by the society, and that we continue to evolve to provide both the educational, technical, and industry resources that people in the imaging informatics community needs.
Excellent.
And Amina, do you want to so Amina, do you want to chime in on your perspective of the committee?
Yes, definitely. As a continuation with what Stefan described, one of the biggest value adds I feel like as part of the membership committee is that diverse group. Imaging informatics is a very broad field, and in any field you want a diverse group. So I really appreciate working with everyone who's intent on not just having, radiologists and IT analysts, but also physicists, data scientists, people from the industry and former X-ray techs such as myself.
Just a quick anecdote here. I've, as part of my role as chair, I meet other people from around the world with different informatics societies, and a lot of the other informatics societies around the globe are really physician focused, and they really don't have our size or our diversity, and so it's been interesting to see. I think this is really one of the strengths of SIIM and one of the things that's led us to have the staying power that we have. So thank you for helping us to continue all of that.
So when Marc mentioned we're virtual for our annual meeting in 2021, like this year, one of the things we were hearing is members miss seeing each other. So what's the membership committee doing about that?
So one aspect is, we're that whole outreach to different individuals, and I know Amina will talk about her meetups, but I think one thing that we're looking at is maintaining that, that hallway conversation. I think the meetings and also just being a member is so important to have that connection to those that are just getting into the field and those that are renewing their skill set. And especially as we get into this whole era of artificial intelligence and deep learning, we're going to need a whole new workforce that understands the whole process from algorithm development to validation to implementation. And I think SIIM is well poised to do that.
I agree, and I'm also very excited about this new, member meetup series, MMU. That lack of social connection and isolation due to the pandemic makes this all the more valuable. It's complimentary to some members. January 20th at 4 p.m. is our kickoff, where Tessa Cook will be the primary moderator and share stories from the front line. Also talk about project prioritization during this time, new roles and responsibilities since the pandemic. And then there's also going to be time for breakout sessions where we'll have other moderators that present a pretty diverse group, myself included. There's, Morris Panner, CEO in the industry, and there's Ryan Fallon, Director of Medical Imaging IT. Again, something that we're really looking forward to and moving forward with different topics each month.
So if I participate, am I going to get to pick my breakout, Amina?
The breakouts actually will be randomly selected, but the conversations will be, very similar. And you just kind of keep those efforts going to very specific to the topic of that month.
Yeah. So like if you're just meeting somebody in the hallway for the first time.
Yes, and that's a great value add and benefit of it, because we all miss that, again, that social connection.
Yeah, and also just picking the brains and experience of somebody like Dr. Tessa Cook. I think she's been in the field for such a long time and has also a connection to the student membership, which we're really happy to celebrate. Offering free student membership, and for those that are in training still. It's such a wonderful resource to not only have a connection to the society, but I get weekly emails of people that like, how do I get into this field? How do I get education? So like Dr. Cook helped create the National Imaging Informatics curriculum, which many students have benefited from. And this is just a continuation to say, you have a connection to SIIM and to mentors, that will guide you into the field.
Yes, the mentor-mentee relationship is so valuable in any field, but specifically in imaging informatics, where how do you get into the field and how do you grow within your field? And, how is everyone using their skill set to help uplift the field?
Yeah, it's really fabulous work that you guys are doing. I'm really excited about it. I think the other thing that's always been important to me about SIIM that I could see happening a lot of the member meetups is really helping to contextualize that you're not alone. People are sharing those same problems that you have. That really helps me kind of continue to move forward and not feel quite so alone and isolated with an iceberg.
Yeah. So, and Amina, you mentioned Morris Panner is one of the breakout chairs. So vendors are invited as well to the meetup?
As well, I think they bring along with that diverse and new perspective to how things are being approached. How do you ask certain things to a vendor? What they expect from IIPs? So we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
And the membership committee and membership in general, there's a huge push for us to have again that diverse group, not only of demographics, but also experience and different interests. So we have, again, vendors, we have imaging informatics professionals, PACS admins, people in training that have no idea what informatics is. And also this whole idea, and I think this is a big push for us, is international outreach. And also looking at other specialties. This is not a radiology society. This is about medical imaging and in pushing those frontiers.
Yeah, it really. Go ahead, Amina.
Sorry, I was just saying I agree. On the international relationships and the global health outreach. When I first started my career as an X-ray tech, I always wanted to help with global health outreach, but I really didn't know where to start. I would just Google, and I wasn't really sure about some of these organizations, and they were looking for physicians or nurses. Fast forward to me being involved with SIIM and learning about the SIIM Global Ambassador Program. I applied to, and then I was invited to be a SIIM Global Ambassador, where I was able to travel to Ibadan, Nigeria, and help install PACS at University College Hospital, which was an amazing experience. And just circling back to the collaboration that SIIM empowers and enforces, is how I led me to my role with Rad Aid. So it's all been pretty exciting and definitely, again, value add.
And those great synergies really happen when you're a member of SIIM. So did you guys want to talk a little bit about our current membership drive?
Yeah, so our current drive is we're really trying to have people renew. I know this is a time in the pandemic where we all feel isolated, but being part of this, larger society and having that membership connection, we want to enable people to continue the conversations, to continue improving, what they're doing in their field, and also we are a technical group, so we can find ways to continue to connect virtually as we are now. And hopefully in the future, this will lead us to improve those either virtual connections and then hopefully in person again in the near future.
Yes.
Definitely.
Great. So to recap, January 20th from 4 to 4:45 Eastern time. It's going to happen on Zoom, right, Amina?
Right.
The member meetup will start, be on Zoom. Frontline stories, imaging informatics issues during the pandemic. It's going to be exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah, and then these will continue, like these meetups will continue.
Yeah.
We'll have different guests, and we would love people's opinions on who they would like to connect with.
Yeah.
Right now people do have availability, and also this whole idea of the recent webinars that SIIM has done. We've seen this huge increase in international involvement, and so there is an appetite for this information. And like I said earlier, this touches, so informatics in general is a population health endeavor, right? The things that we create, the things that we make affect so many people and patients downstream.
So there'll be more than just the one in January.
Yes, there's going to be a monthly series, rolling out again with different topics every month that we're very excited about. And again, as Stephon said, we'll definitely look forward to hearing from you. Anyone who has ideas on different topics or people they want to hear speak, please send it in.
Yeah, and we encourage all of you to connect with us through your membership and to allow us to continue to provide these resources. It really is driven by these membership dues, and it also allows us to extend these free memberships to students and trainees. That is the future of the society and our practices.
Yes. And did you say there's a cost to this member meetup series?
This member meetup series is completely complimentary to all members.
Great.
So please renew your membership if you haven't already.
Yes, do it, renew first and then register, right?
Yeah.
In that order.
In that order, okay.
Awesome. So Cheryl, what do we have to look forward to in the SIIM Beneath the Surface series next month and in the future?
Yes, so many exciting things happening in 2021, Mark, that in addition to the member meetup series, we're starting an EI webinar monthly series that will be featured in a Beneath the Surface. Also with the annual meeting, the abstract submissions now. So please submit your abstracts for SIIM 2021. And Nick Rad was mentioned. So the next episode, series, I should say, in March, will be featured in a Beneath the Surface as well. So lots to cover. And
well, yeah, thanks for allowing us to be the inaugural Beneath the Surface team here. And so on behalf of the membership committee, again, thank you for allowing us to display what we're doing. So there's a lot of work to be done.
Yes, thank you. I look forward to future collaborations and seeing you in the different meetup series.
And our thanks to you, Safwan and Amina. It is truly the members and the volunteers that are driving SIIM.
Yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.